What is up, my little Danos? Webs is CEO of the Helsinki Hydrapple, and we are here for the PPL playoffs versus Uzi Gunner, who selected me to be his round 1 opponent. And going into this, you can see the matchup right about now on your screen very briefly, and then I'm gonna be going over my team in showdown before I get connected with my opponent. No face cam, as you may notice, because I literally just woke up, so I really don't feel like having it on, to be honest. But I guess in the plus side, I'm also gonna be providing you a proper showing of my team in itself, because it's a playoff game, so it's an important stakes this time around. And I actually never played Uzi Gunner before, so it's a cool opportunity in that regard, similar to my season thus far. I played a lot of new people first time, which is cool and nice to see. But let's go over the team very briefly. I try to keep it very brief, because we should be starting very soon in even my time, so... We have Heavy Duty Boots Torn with Nasty Blood and Taunt. Taunt is just to prevent Tinglu to phase me out or get up hazards. And Nasty Blood combined with Crash Knot and my special attack investment should always 2-hit KO Tinglu, unless he's like Assault Vest or Rindoberry for this specific scenario. Then we have a offensive Ogrebon with Synthesis and no Leech Life. I actually have Trailblaze over it, because I don't expect him to stay in with his Alamomola. So Horn Leech could end up being pretty redundant in that case. And Synthesis is there for me to be providing a formal recovery versus Ruination Tinglu, because that can wear me down quite quickly, and it's kind of broken move to deal with. Then we have a Choice Scarf Hydreigon. As obvious as it is, it's also necessary versus Gawking Fire. It's my speed control over something like Kilowattrel in this matchup as well. And anything that is not Choice Scarf and faster than me. And just necessary speed control, like I said, versus some scary things he possesses. Then we have Hydrapple with Eject Pack, Draco Meteor with Terra Steel. This is probably gonna be my lead. I should be able to live most hits unless it's a booster energy attack or boosting item Gawking Fire. Outside of that, I should levy any one hit on things, either Terralized or not. Then we have a Red Cut Swampert to deal with the Gawking Fire. And our final member of the team is gonna be Choice Specs Diancie as a formal wall breaking option for this team as well. And pretty speedy to hopefully catch off a Serena that doesn't have a lot of speed in itself. So that's gonna be the team. Let's go to the battle. Alright, we are here to search with Uzi Gunner for our playoff game, which is really exciting. Like I said on the team border portion or the early part of the video, no face cam this week. Mainly because I literally just woke up, so... We're gonna just roll with it. It's been a while that I've been like this, quick notice being playing after waking up, but that's the time zones for you, and I work nighttime, so it's actually noon for me, so it's not really super early. So, okay, we see some different things from his side that I was expecting. We see Gawking Fire, we see Lucario, we see Tinglu. So, very offensive approach, as far as I can tell. Which, not necessarily surprised, cause that's something that I know he would like to play with, and it's a playoffs matchup as well. And even versus Frostlass, I wanna say my lead will be my Brad, because I'm Terra Steel, so I can Eject Pack Draco and pivot myself out of there. And probably go into my Hydreigon after. So we're gonna do just that. So if I do get a Trailblaze off, it can do quite a bit of work. The main thing that can really take a hit from it, from full, it will be the Gawking Fire, but... Hopefully you can wear it down, and if he doesn't have heavy duty boots, then I can wear it down with hazards as well. Once I get those up, but... Let's see what happens. He lead with the Frostlass. Yeah, that's probably a Focus Sash lead. I would imagine this is like a Spikes lead and... Taunt... etc. But I think I wanna Terralize myself and Draco. Turn 1. And see what he does with this Frostlass. I wanted to terrorize this to Terra Steel because this is a fairy resist and flying resist this way, which is quite important. Yep, there are the spikes, as I expected him to press. As I go for the Draco Meteor, and I missed turn 1. That is a unfortunate. So now he gets extra layer spikes. Which I'm not happy about. I'm just gonna Terra Blast. He goes for another layer spikes. He's gonna get all layer spikes up because I didn't get my check back off, but that's unfortunate. Yeah. Curse body even on top of it. The plot armor is strong with him today. There are a couple of annoying things that could happen. He could press spikes again. He could go for a Destiny Bond the turn after. Yeah, that's annoying. I really don't know how to play around that, because I could Draco, hoping that it's not Destiny Bond. I could Giga Train. I think I have to hope he's not Destiny Bond, and he presses spikes. Yeah, he's Destiny Bond. That's really unfortunate, because I wanted to check back earlier, but I didn't, and now he got spikes up and we trade off here. I'm sorry, Brad, that didn't really go as what I would have liked to, but I wasn't sure who to go swap into there after, which is the tough part. Where do I go from here? I have Hydrapple to go into. Potentially, I could go into Diancie, that is Specs. Mulaney also kinda handles most things except for the Kilowatt Roll. It's the Kilowatt Roll that I'm mostly worried of, I think, but even then everything else kinda spooks me out. This is not ideal start. I wish I landed that Draco and got the check back, cause then I wasn't in an awkward spot. I think I go to Hydrapple just to have something fast to take Kilowatt Roll. Yeah, there comes Uni. Yeah, I cannot deal with that. This also means I didn't take spikes right away. He shouldn't stay in cause Draco kills him. That's my thing at least. I don't think he should stay in here. If he goes into Inam, what's my response? It's kinda like going to Taunt and just try to engage if it's Scarf or not. I think I'm gonna have to hit what it's in. Well, I could see Ting Lu coming in. I'm gonna risk it and go for you. Then I don't think you're risking Scarf, yeah. Yeah, there's the Ting Lu. Now this does give me Ochre Bomb, which is nice, because Ochre Bomb can at least go for a big hit here. I didn't see Weakness Policy popping off for Rocky Helmet. Okay. So unfortunately with Brad being dead, this is definitely gonna be more of a... Okay, we see leftovers. Okay, so we just Ivy Cudgel. He cannot defend against that. So we just press the button and get some damage off on things. I have to see like after the game like how I would have played around that Destiny bond, considering my positioning, but like I said at the team builder and the beginning of the battle, like I would have just pressed Draco and checked back myself out, gone into like Hydrapple or whatever else. Okay, is this like a very defensive Coaching Fire? It takes a third. If it sets up or whatnot, I have a Swamper too. I have Red Card on my Swampert in case it starts setting up or whatnot. It could recover here. I could see this being like a defensive. Let me see it from that damage actually. That might be just Coaching Fire, just taking it naturally pretty well. Like max HP variant. That could be just max HP. He's Dragon Dance with it, okay. He probably has to hit me here for any kind of chip. I have red card on this. I'm gonna get up rocks now, because I expect him to hit me. Yep, there comes the Scale Shot. That will immediately... Wait, I thought red card would activate right away. Okay, Steve will barely live this. Cool. And now the red card comes off. Okay. So it's Scale Shot on it on top of Dragon Dance, which is scary. That may have been also loaded dice. But now I know once these rocks are up, and now I know once I get that guy in, it's gonna be freed up to do that. So unfortunately it meant that I trade up my Swamper to deal with that Coaching Fire for now, but at least I got up my rocks. And now we see the Kilowatt-Show Terralizing. Are you flying or ground? Flying, okay. Terra flying. With Terra Blast as well. Yep. We don't see anything else from you, but I know because you're Terra Flying, you cannot touch Diancie, which means I can go into my Diancie here. And Moonblast will claim a kill. I'm quite confident in that. So, modest choice specs, Moonblast is coming off. And we're gonna proceed from there. He saw that I'm not heavy duty boots. If he stays into Thunderbolt, he's kinda cooked. I have Stealth Rocks up, so no Focus Asses can save him. This is probably one of the biggest threats to him, because he doesn't know my set. Diancie could be a lot of things versus him. So he has to be careful, because I could be a setup set. So I would not be surprised he has to utilize like Tinglu and Whirlwind me out. He doesn't even stay into risk a potential Scarf. Matthew, that is the Lucario. I wanna say you die. Yep, cool. Because I didn't swap into Lucario too well, because Swampert is lower, so I'm glad I got rid of that instantly. He didn't want to give me a turn of setup, so he had to go into hard Lucario there instead of Tinglu. That's basically what that told me. And I'm pretty much dedicated to staying versus anything right now. If Coaching Fire has Iron Head, so be it. I cannot let it set up freely. Tinglu I'm gonna damage. Enam, Unless it's specs, I wanna say I'll live. I might even live regardless. Ideal scenario is that I'm claiming 2 right now. Probably. Let's see if you have Iron Head on this set. Regardless, I cannot swap out. So I'm gonna Moonblast. You have Iron Head, that's gonna pick me off. Okay. Does my... I wanna say my Pokerpong kills it from here. I'm gonna have to bank on that, I think. If he Dragon Dances here, Moonlights... Morning Sun is the scariest one. I have to go for Ivy Cudgel here. I'm putting this idea in a position that he loses this Causing Fire. TNM, I don't know what he still is. He could be Scarf, he could be like a Papyri Berry, he could be Specs. Yes, okay, we killed the Causing Fire, that's good. Kilowatts is probably coming to my way from this. Basically what needs to happen is that I can hit the Tinglu once and follow it up with a Trailblaze. That's my best way of winning this currently. He's not Boots. I think I go into Taunt here. And what I hope to see that my speed creeping works in a sense that he went aggressive. He does go for Terra Blast, this 2 KOs me. If it's Specs, what I expect him to be. Yeah, that is definitely Specs. I'm gonna Bleaknit Storm and hope that he doesn't have enough speed for me. And I get it in a range of my Hydrapple. Okay, he did not go aggressive with it. That one crits me, but it doesn't matter. It really came down to that early lead scenario, which is annoying, because it would have been nice to have Brad right about now, but I guess it was a kind of a misplay to leave it in. I don't think he should stay in here is the thing, but... I mean, I think I have to just Draco and hope he stays in. Yeah, he lets this go down. Okay, so Inam will come in freely. Now I have to hope it's not like Substitute or some other shenanigans. I have to just hope he just picks me off. Okay, he takes the Stealth Rocks. Yeah, I have to kinda just stay and I cannot swap. Are you Scarf? You're Scarf. I don't think I'll live this, but I would hope that I do. But I think the extra layer spice kinda did me in. Again, going back to that turn 1 scenario. Yep. Good game to Uzi Gunner. The lead scenario kinda cooked me in, but that's Pokemon for you. I risked the... I guess I risked this chance of getting missing there. But I think it was my best play, because it also broke the focus sash. Alright, Webs is here from the future, coming back with a little bit of debrief from the battle in itself that I wanted to cover. because the early game hacks that happened where I missed the Draco Meteor, as you can see again, and unfortunately I do see it as well. Unfortunately, Brad ended up missing a very crucial Draco Meteor, and basically what this meant was that this guaranteed Usikano to have 2 laser spikes instead of only having be able to get 1. Because if I landed that Draco Meteor, I had the option to go into Hydrapple to revenge kill this. I had the option to go into Tornado Stereo that outpace it as well to revenge kill it. And the late game for me would have been a lot easier to manage if there was only 1 layer of spike instead of 2. The next play was actually this one where I stayed in to press Terra Blast over Draco Meteor, which was definitely a misplay. I should have just gone for the Draco Meteor again and just hope to land it. Because at that point of time I avoided this scenario where now I have to debate that does it have Destiny Bond or not, and if it does, how do I proceed from there. At this point of on, I was just too worried about the fact that if he packs Thunderwave for my Tornado Stereo, or the fact that I'm gonna be in a 50-50 scenario with my Tornado Stereo or the Hydragon if I gone into them when he presses Destiny Bond this turn. Because when he presses the Destiny Bond this turn, it does mean that the Pokemon coming right after is still potentially dying alongside it if it does kill the Frostlass. So that's why it was a very tough turn for me to be in. And part of it is because of hacks, but also the turn 2 misplay that I did also put me deeper that hole that I should have not been into in the first place either. So it's on me, but it's also about the miss that end up putting me in this tough position. And also the hazards end up being very tough, because ideally throughout this battle my Okerpon did not have to take the hazards 3 times, taking the 16% that I'm taking with it, because as I take 2 laser spikes in 3 different occasions like I did in this battle, it basically meant that I was always guaranteed in range of that Moonblast from Enam at the very end, and he is able to clean me out as he was able to. Now, in this battle in itself, if there was only gonna be 1 layer of spike, I'm gonna just skip towards to the end where we have this scenario where Enam is gonna come in after I killed the Kilowatt Roll with a Draco Meteor from my Hydragon. If my Okerpon would have taken only 1 layer of spike of damage 2 times, and I had the option to preserve it that way throughout this battle, I would have been in a position that now, instead of dying to this Moonblast from the Enam with my Okerpon, I would actually be able to live it. And depending on the situation, what Pokemon he has left, I can choose to either go for a Trailblaze, knowing that I live the hit, and then follow up with Ivy Cutthroat and I guarantee kill whatever is left. Or versus Tinglu, I have even Synthesis available to me to 1v1 it even easier. And I could have been in a position to win this battle, but it is not as black and white, because both me and Usikano had the options to make our plays a lot different. And we would have probably end up doing some things a lot different naturally, because the turn 2 play of me getting my Tornado Stereo in or Hydragon would have forced him in a different position with his Flostras. And from there, if I would have had to guess, if I go into Tornado Stereo for example turn 2, he's probably gonna let his Frostlass go down and check me with the Kilowatt Roll. And he's able to pretty freely click Volt Switch with it, even without me having Swampert, because he should know that I cannot risk any damage on a potential Choice Specs Kilowatt Roll hitting my Swampert, because then Causing Fire becomes a huge issue. If I go into Hydragon, it allows him to either go into his Tinglu to set Stealth Rocks, or it allows him to go into his Enam. Most likely it would have allowed him to go into the Tinglu, so from that perspective I should have probably always played the Tornado Stereo and gone into my Hydrapple afterwards to cover the Volt Switch. But again, a lot of plays could have been different, and it's very hard to say in a hindsight that if I didn't miss the Draco and he would have only had 1 layer of spike, I believe it could have been anybody's game still from there to win this battle. Whereas based on how the things went, it was almost somewhat guaranteed for him to win it. I could have tried to make a lot of aggressive different plays, like versus the Causing Fire, when I had Diancie out. I could have tried to make an aggressive play into Hydrapple, but even then I'm dealing with a awkward scenario where I kill the Causing Fire and then I'm giving Enam a free kill right after, and that could have been difficult to deal with, because then I don't have anything to outpace Kilowattrue. But that's enough yapping when it comes to the battle in itself. There's just a lot of things that could have gone differently if the RNG wasn't involved, and some decisions would have been different from my perspective. Thank you all again for support for this season. It's been a very fun season still, all things considered. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and my team. And most importantly, make sure to check out Usikanner's side, because he has a very important message regarding his friend that is in a desperate need of help. And that's also why this battle will be up one day before the other battles go live. And when can you expect me to upload it next? At the very latest, it will be next month, when the Ubers League will start, which I'm very excited about and be taking part of. You may or may not heard about it from other content creators who are also part of this league. And until then, we'll wait and see. That I have been thinking about starting to do some live streams on my channel, but I haven't fully decided if I'm gonna do it and what kind of content I will be providing from that side. So at latest, you're gonna be seeing me uploading for the Ubers League. But until then, thank you for watching and for your support this season, and I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.